Happy Monday, folks. It's about noon, maybe 11:45, noon, somewhere around there. Monday, August 22nd, 2022. I want to thank my Lord Jesus Christ for everything that He has bestowed upon me and my family. I want to thank God for directing my path, even in the midst of me violating the way that He had originally set out and planned for me in my life. I want to thank God for setting me straight and leading me on the righteous path that He had chosen for me all along. Guys, it's been almost a year. It'll be a year in October that I have been walking the cross. It's been almost 4 months that I have been doing it full time. Started in May, and we're doing this full time ever since. I resigned from my job, living solely on faith. And when you put your faith in God, it's a tremendous thing to do and to trust in. Because basically you're basically telling God that you're giving Him control of the outcome of your decision, and you're trusting that God is going to be faithful and follow through with His promise. So looking back over the past 4 months of me walking this cross full time and stepping out in faith and trusting God's plan over mine, I've had the opportunity to witness some amazing things had I not stepped out in faith and resigned from my job. I've had God's allowed me to have a news article written about me in the ministry. I've met some amazing people, other ministries that are focused on service and providing services to the less fortunate. I have met some amazing people on the road, heard some awesome testimony, listened to some incredible stories. I've heard how me doing this personally has impacted and changed lives of people who have seen this action of me walking down the road with a cross on my back, just to remind people of who Jesus is and what Jesus has done. I have seen generosity from people that I would have never seen had I done this And so looking at hindsight, it's always 2020. I've seen God move. I've seen God answer prayer. I've seen God, like, guys, I have seen God answer prayer immediately. Personal prayer that I prayed, God has answered immediately. I've seen God move. I've seen him. I've seen him act. I've seen him do things that could have never been done without him being involved personally. Faith isn't a bargain tool. It's not something that we use to bargain with God about. It's not something we use to sway leverage. You know, like it's a complete trust in an unknown factor, hoping for an incredible outcome. That's what faith is. Hoping in something that you can't see. Putting your faith in something that you can't see. And right now my faith is being tested. There's a lot of things that are popping up all at the same time that are very uncertain right now. As most of y'all know, I'm living 100% on the 401k that I closed out with my job. So there is no steady stream of income coming in. You know, it's amazing. I've witnessed people. I've probably received close to $6,000 in financial contribution to the ministry, which is amazing. But when you look at finances, I was making $6,000 a month, and I've made that in 4 months. The ministry has made that in 4 months, and so it's a sad reality, guys. I wish this world wasn't governed by money. I wish there wasn't, like, guys, you gotta pay for water. You know, like, if you want filtered water, you gotta pay for it. And so I'm living on faith right now. I mean, you know, God, I'm so gracious and thankful that what was left in my 401k has been able to float us, sustain us for as long as it has. But that's running out. We got about maybe 4 months left of maybe 5, depending on how far we can stretch it. The 501c3, that God has opened the door for a tax firm to handle that for the ministry. Not only that, but the LLC, Abraham and Sarah. And I'm grateful and thankful, but the rep that was handling my file, my case, she ended up getting sick, and so she got sick around the middle end of July, and I didn't know. Nobody contacted me. Nobody reached out to me and said, you know, she's out, I'll be handling your case file or anything like that. It was just dead silence for almost a month. So almost 30 days went by with no contact from them. So that pushed everything back 30 days. When I was thinking that, you know, I was thinking that pieces were being moved and everything was at a standstill for 30 days. So that's a discouragement. Our lease for our house is up in November. We got to give 60-day notice of whether we're going to stay there or whether we're going to leave. So that's a weight on our backs. Guys, you got to remember, I'm a human being. I have worry, and I have stress, and I have things that I think about, you know. And I know ultimately God's going to show his force, and God's going to remind me that he is there in miraculous ways. But guys, these are concerns. These are legitimate concerns that even somebody who has a job, even somebody who is bringing in a steady flow of income, is concerned about. You know, living arrangements, food for your family. You know, so I mean, this isn't something that I'm shooting in the dark for here, and, you know, pleading for help, you know, and stuff like that. Like, this is something that any average normal American person in the world thinks about, you know. So I know that the filings are going to get done. It's not a matter of if, but when. It's going to happen. I know that the LLC is going to be up and running. We're going to be at a spot to be able to open up our business accounts and start conducting business, selling merchandise and shirts and things of that nature. I know that the 501c3 is eventually going to be recognized, and you know, but what's the next step? I don't know. I don't know what the next step is. Only God knows. And that's where faith comes in. You know, I can't let my fear of the unknown control my faith in God. I can't let that happen. You know, there may be a possibility where God wants me to take this thing on the road, where God may want me to travel from city to city, walking the cross from city to city. I don't know. I'm praying, and I'm seeking answers, and I'm trying to seek counsel of God to verify and confirm these things with me. But, you know, sometimes the teacher sits back and observes the test. observes the testy. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. That's where my mind is. I'm 100% in. I'm all in. I've already made that aware. I've already made that clear. I'm all in. I just need to have faith that God's going to put the right people in my path that's going to allow monthly contribution to the ministry. You know, if I have 20 contributors or 30 contributors giving $200 a month, that's $6,000. That would be able to make us, that would be able to provide for us, you know. I mean, even if we're not able to get that, even if we're able to get whatever God sees fit for us to get, that's a possibility, you know. The sky is endless. The bounds are endless when it comes to God. God is not a God of confinement to a box. He is a God of creation. Like, he spoke and things created out of nothing. So I know that his might and his power are way bigger than they're way bigger than the things, than the concerns of my heart. But just because the concerns of my heart are smaller than the might and power of God doesn't mean that they're not still concerns. You know, it's humanity. It's human condition. So if you're watching this video August 22nd and you come across this in a week or so, just keep me in your prayers. Keep my family in your prayers, because we're going through it. You know, we're going through it. You know, it's a part of life. It's a part of existence. But we have to remember and remind ourselves that God is sovereign. He is on the throne, and God will lead us through it. It's not by our will, but by His. It's not by our might, but by His. It's not by our plan, but by His. And God's going to miraculously show myself and my family just how powerful He is. So just keep me in your prayers, that I can maintain my faith and stay on the path that God has laid out for this ministry. Thank you for everything that y'all do, and thank you for all your prayers, and thank you for all your financial contributions. I really appreciate them. But it's time. God's calling me to step further in, not go further back. So, and that's going to rely on faith. So just keep me locked in your prayers, and I really appreciate it. And have a blessed day. God bless you.